Welcome back everybody to Final Fantasy XIV Online. This is the playthrough of an Ul'dah beginning with Shaelle Firewisp. We're running this sort of maybe a little bit parallel to Miriam Treespire. You won't see Shaelle Firewisp progress past the Ul'dah Envoy quest save in her job as a Thaumaturge, because I don't want to double up on the content or triple up once we get our Gridanian beginning going. So, enjoy Shaelle's adventures. We will see what an Ul'dah beginning looks like through her eyes. Our first main story quest, close to home. Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. Get there, head west from here until you reach the Emerald Avenue. Then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an aetheryte. If it weren't for aetherytes, travelling around Ul'dah would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attune with an aetheryte before, Shaelle? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Thaumaturges Guild over at Arzanath Ossurin. Assuming that scepter ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armour, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Shaelle. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Thaumaturges Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavoury characters out there who'll try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to this city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realise is that instead of chasing after Gil the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it from me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you're finished, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying about that you're down to your small clothes without a gill to your name. All right. Well, quest accepted. Got our main menu, which is down the bottom right over here, as that little thing will explain. Navigation, pressing M will give you the map, and you'll be able to find your way about. So here's our M for navigation. Sanctuaries. Right, the little moon thing at the bottom down here, you can see it. It will tell you that you're safe and you get a rested bonus. And if you have a look at our map now, you'll see that we have a number of ways of getting to our next adventure goal. Let's go. What'd she say? Take yourself to the aetheryte in the city. All right, let's go. What'd she say? Head north, and then I don't know, swing right. Okay, well, there's Wymond. Alright, we'll just ignore him for the moment. He's bound to be trouble anyway. We've only got 103 gil to our name. We're going to have to fix that. Fumin Poem. Okay, let's attune to this aetheryte. Oh, and that's right. One of the first things, they never tell you this in the game, but one of the first things you should be doing is attuning to all the aetheryte in the city. Makes your life easier. Hail, adventurer! Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Yeah? Excellent, which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 guild, if you please, madam. What? Apologies, but I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherytes. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you've heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherytes and their connection to the flow of ether. Given that there is an aetheryte in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherytes you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherytes or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Alright. Return learned. You attune with the aetheryte and are now able to use the return spell. And you'll find if we tap this, just get rid of that, if we tap this aetheryte again, we now have a little star next to set home point, and that means when we use return, it will instantly return us to our current home point, in this case, Ul'dah. Let me just get rid of that. Rightio. I've got my running sprint down there. I'm actually going to start to get myself used to using it over here because things get busy on our hotbars. Even though it's a pain to have it there, that's where it'll go. We'll get the elemental gauge and we'll just get rid of that. It's fairly important, so I'll talk about it as we go. Alright, we did play with our HUD. I can see the effects on my screen, so that's pretty good. Where do we need to go next? The Thaumaturges Guild. Well, I suppose that's a very good thing to be doing. I'm going to be doing the side quest with Shaelle probably off screen because we'll be doing a lot of them. I'll think about it, actually. We'll do... I'll have to track the quests that I do with each character so that you're not seeing them 3 times is all. Because that seems a bit overkill. And you don't need to hear me reading it 3 times. Alright, Ethernet shard. Let's attune into that. This, of course, isn't the guild, but it's mighty handy to have that Ethernet shard. I've now got access to the Ethernet, quick travel through the city. Yep, we like quick travel. Quick travel makes our life, whoops, so much easier. So my thoughts for the characters are twofold. One is that we'll follow the careers of every Ul'dah craft through Shaelle, and we'll follow the careers of every Ul'dah craft and job through whoever does Gridania, and the jobs and crafts of everything based in Limsa through Miriam. I'm thinking that may be how we do it. We'll see. Welcome to the Thaumaturges Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here this day, friend. I see that you harbour arcane ambitions, though your journey has scarcely begun. Within these hallowed halls, the arts of devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield such power, you must needs know of our beginnings. The nation of Ul'dah inherited its traditions from ancient Baladia, a city found in the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nadthal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funereal rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The dwemas employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. It is for this reason that we are feared and respected in equal measure. Thus does our guild thrive, ensconced in the catacombs of the Arzanath Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. Ah, but before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guildmasters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you're ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Rightio, we won't start our Thaumaturgy quests yet. Just as we waited with our Marauder quests, we're going to leave our Thaumaturgy quests alone for the minute. Where do I want to go next? All the way down there. Alright, let's go for a sprint. So this is our very first main story quest, Close to Home. So what we're doing is we're running through the streets of Ul'dah, because that's not going to attract any cards' attention. My goodness. Did we already attune to the aetheryte at the... I'm not sure if we did the Adventurers Guild aetheryte. Let's stop and make sure. I think we just went straight inside, so bad me. There we go. I think we only have one more ether shard on this level to go, and it's one we have to visit anyway. So we do need to see Cesaroga, so let's go talk to him. And you are? Oh, a newcomer adventurer. But of course, yes, I am Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee, what? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dah for a favour, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. I'm offering you a letter of introduction from Momodi. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Huh. Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centres of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vildbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders, day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer? A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you'll find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ahem, that is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now, off with you. I like how they give the different flavours of each city as well. Alright. Report to Momodi at the quicksand. Yes, but not before attuning to this Ethernet shard. And then we're going to have a look at the Ethernet thingamy. So everything at the Steps of Null we've now done. Let's just head off to the Adventurers Guild without running because we're lazy. Right. I see. We're going to go this way and finish off this adventure. Mistress Momodi. How was your tour of the city, Shaelle? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Ul'dah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? All right then, all that's left is for you to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. All right, there we go. And that is our first main story quest. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.